Hello everyone, and welcome to Week 4 of the National Football League season. You are watching Fantasy Football Masterminds. I'm Mark Benda.
I'm Little Benda.
I'm Joe Dove.
And we are here to give you our show for Week 4 of the National Football League season. We stuck our necks out last week and we made a very bold prediction. Tell us about it, guys.
We were absolutely right. Those little kitty cats turned into full-grown lions last week. In Detroit, they beat the Redskins.
That's right. They beat the Washington Redskins, and you heard it here first. So, what do we got here, 12-year-old stud?
Well, that used to be our little kitty cat lion. Now it's a big lion. Mean one.
Yeah, now the Lions roar. Now, we want to let you know right now, before we get into fantasy and clicks and flicks, that we are in total agreement. Now, 12-year-old stud and I, we bleed Raven purple, and Dub here.
I like the Steelers, but last week, if you're going to watch, sit back and watch the quarterback throw all over you. You deserve to lose. And I'm going to go to a team who actually tries to win, and like the Detroit Lions, and hope they win some more games this year, because the Steelers don't look like they're going to do it if they keep doing what they're doing.
Man, you're jumping off the bandwagon awful quick, but
you
go
know,
ahead.
I still love the Steelers, but they didn't even try.
Didn't we also make that prediction?
Yes,
Steelers
we
are
did.
going to lose to Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep, we said that too. Maybe not here on our show, but we were saying it. But we are hereby right now. We want everyone to pay attention. We, as all three of us, three-way high five, proclaiming our second favorite team, and we're going to cheer them on to whenever they do it until they make the playoffs. Our second favorite team is the Detroit Roar, the Lions. Yeah, baby. Okay. Real quick here, before we get into clicks and flicks, I want to change up here for just a second, and we are going to switch from football to baseball. Now, just for those of you that don't know, we are from Williamsport, Maryland, the hometown of Nick Adenhart, the pitcher for the Anaheim Angels, who was killed by a drunk driver in the very beginning of the year. And something very special happened this week, and that is the Angels won their division, and when they won, the whole team went out in the right field where there's a picture of Nick Adenhart, and they celebrated to include him in on the celebration. Then they went in the locker room, and as a baseball tradition, they took champagne, as they were doing to themselves, and held up his jersey and did it on his jersey. Now, this has brought up some controversy. Mothers Against Drunk Driving publicly denounced the Angels. All we here in Williamsport, Maryland want to say is shame on you, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Nick Adenhart, rest in peace, and go Angels as we get into the Major League playoffs. Okay, you guys ready to go to fantasy football clicks and flicks for Week 4 of the football season? Let's start with quarterbacks. 12-year-old stud, who you clicking?
Alright, I got Brett Favre. And he's playing his former team, Green Bay Packers. He's playing much better than the last previous years. He only threw one interception instead of throwing many.
That's right. What about this past week's game?
Man.
Oh yeah, he did great. He's looking so good.
That ending play, that was amazing. That was a nice play. Nice catch in the end zone, back of the end zone. Those 2 feet in the back, perfect.
That was one of the best of his career. No doubt about it. All right, Dub, who are you clicking at quarterback?
I'm clicking Eli Manning versus Kansas City Chiefs. There's no defense in Kansas City, and he will hook up with Manningham this week after last week not hooking up with him in the end zone, but I think Manningham's going to have one this week.
Okay, before I do my quarterback, I just want to put in a quick little pitch here that a website that you can go to and subscribe to get all of your fantasy football information is ffmastermind.com. ffmastermind.com has updated information on a daily basis, and you can go there and then you can dominate in your fantasy football league. Okay, my quarterback, Carson Palmer, he's playing the Browns, 12-year-old stud. What did we see on Sunday when we went to M&T Bank Stadium from the Browns?
They just were terrible
They
all the way
suck.
around.
The Browns suck. That wasn't even a game. So, Carson Palmer, it's your turn like last week the Ravens did. Click Carson Palmer. They play the Browns. All right, running backs. 12-year-old stud, who you got?
Cedric Benson. He looked good last game against the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers. Yeah, hear that.
And now he's playing the Browns. So if he did good against the Steelers, I think he can put up some good points against the Browns.
Yep.
Alright, my running back after last week, Dallas D stepped up against the Panthers a little bit, but I have a feeling Noshawn Moreno is going to show right through and run right all over Dallas defense.
Good pick. All right. A guy you may never have heard of. If he's on your waiver wire, go get him. If you're a Frank Gore owner, if you haven't already gone get him, shame on you. Glenn Coffey, San Francisco 49ers. Frank Gore is out. And the 49ers this week play the St. Louis Lambs. Glenn Coffey, if you can get him on your team, start him and click him. Wide receivers.
All right, I got Steve Smith, not the one up in Carolina, the one in New York. He's turning into Eli Manning's favorite wide receiver to throw to, and he's playing Kansas City. And don't even say it, Joe.
Kansas City.
You love Kansas City, we know. In other words, they suck, right?
Yep.
All right, who you got at wide receiver?
My wide receiver is Owen Daniels. He's from Houston. He's number 2 wide receiver. He already has 2 touchdowns this year and 150 yards. Andre Johnson's not going to catch all the balls out there in Houston, so I have a feeling he's going to have a big game. And he also plays the Raiders, so play Owen Daniels.
Dub, I got bad news for you. He's a tight end, not a wide receiver.
That's what I was just thinking.
Oh, boy.
Okay, we got you on that one. All right, but if you got Owen Daniels, a tight end, click him. All right, my wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings, rookie Percy Harvin. They are playing the Green Bay Packers. He is turning into Brett Favre's #1 receiver, and need I say more? Motivation is with Brett Favre. He will be hooking up with Percy Harvin. Click him. Now let's go to tight ends.
Well, that was my choice last week, Percy Harvin. And you took him this week before I could choose him, so.
Well, it's my turn this week. He's actually turning into be a stud. I'm going to draft him probably in the 2nd or 3rd round next year.
That's why I got him this year. I picked him up last week, so before anybody else could.
All right. Who you got, stud?
All right, my tight end, I got Vernon Davis. Put some big numbers last week, and he's playing Denver. He can potentially put up some big numbers.
And one other thing about him. Maryland boy.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yep, Maryland boy. Vernon Davis. All right.
All right, my second tight end. New York Jets have looked pretty good. I have a feeling they're going to be able to cover some of Drew Brees' wide receivers. Shockey's going to be open in the end zone, my feelings. You got to click Shockey. He's got an awesome quarterback, and the defense can't cover everybody when you got that good of a quarterback.
Okay. My tight end, I hate to say it, 3 weeks in a row. I keep clicking this guy. Dustin Keller, New York Jets, Jets. You got Mark Sanchez, rookie quarterback, against the Saints. Look for Dustin Keller to be his target when he needs to dump the ball off, when there's not another option. Dustin Keller, New York Jets. Time for the defense. Who is your D that you're clicking this week, stud?
All right, I got Buffalo. They're looking.
Buffalo.
Yep, they're looking pretty good on defense, and they're playing Miami. Chad Pennington, he's out for the season, so they can't throw the ball now. So they're gonna stop them.
There you go. So Buffalo Bills. By the way, just to add something to the Bills, that I heard something on Sirius NFL Network going back to the 90s. Do you all know what, if you took the Bills and made them initials, what BILLS stands for? Y'all have any idea?
No clue.
Do you know that the Buffalo Bills, back when you were young lads, that they lost 3 Super Bowls in a row?
I had no idea.
Bill stands for, Boy, I like loving Super Bowls.
Losing Super Bowls.
They lost 3 Super Bowls.
You said, boy, I like loving Super Bowls.
Boy, I like losing Super Bowls.
There you go.
I spit it out.
There you go.
Boy, I like losing.